What's up? It's your girl Coco Kinsey. We are back. We as in me. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I had a few deaths that kind of took me away for a little bit, and I just needed to reset. But I'm reset and I'm good. And it is your girl coming back as the president of the Bergie fan club, the Protect Bergie at All Cost project. Okay, that is me. I am she. That is we. Okay. We are going to be breaking down Love Island all summer, so come along for the journey, okay? Now, we could talk about a lot of things. Like in these 3 days, not too much has happened, but enough that we could break down, okay? But we could certainly break down last night. We could break down KK's love. I love KK's love. We're going to see where that goes. It looked like it might get a little murky, but we're going to see. We're going to see on this next episode where that goes. We could talk about Carmen stealing Victor from Jasmine. I don't believe she stole him because I don't think he was ever wanted. Now, I do believe that Jasmine wanted to secure a spot, and I'm not mad at her wanting to secure a spot. That's what you're supposed to do. It's a game. But I don't believe she was really interested in him, and I think that it's fair game. It is what it is. Now, we'll see where Victor plays the part and how he feels about all of this, but we got bigger stuff to talk about. We could talk about Hannah stealing Marco from Destiny, but again, I don't know that Destiny, now for whatever reason, now we could break down and dissect what was right or wrong, but Destiny was no longer interested in Marco, so again, it's all fair game. I'm totally okay with all those things. We could dissect it a little further, but we got something bigger to talk about, and a bigger issue to talk about and discuss for me is Bergie. And it is because and we got to talk about the producers because it concerns me and it bothers me to think that they would use somebody for views in that kind of way. I mean, of course, that is the game. That is the show. That is what it's about. That's business. You want to get viewership, but at what cost? Because it takes me back to like last year, the situation with Sydney and the tweets. And it's like, are you willing to sacrifice again, because sometimes, you have situations and you get a chance to learn from them. And I feel very confident they saw people's tweets, they saw the videos, they saw that people did not like the behavior from that and just what it could have possibly done. People were disturbed with the situation with Sydney and the tweets that unnecessarily did not have to be brought up on the show to try to bring down somebody on how they feel about themselves. So as I look at the situation with Bergie. Now, again, he's a grown man. He's coming in, and I'm sure, like, on some level, he knows what he's getting into. But for me, it runs kind of very similar to the situation that we have discussed on this channel for some years, where we talk about the guys coming in and the types that they have. You have these beautiful black women that come on the show a lot of times, and all the guys, that is not their type. That is not their type. Now, the lesson that we've learned as we go along in the beauty of the show sometimes, even though, it don't always have to be that deep, but some of the beauty of it is that you find yourself coming outside of what you think your type is, and you open up to people and things that you wouldn't have opened up to before. So certainly we know that it can come across differently later. But we all would like to see on paper when somebody comes in, make sure you have vetted the cast. Now, for a lot of reasons, but certainly when everyone's going over their different types, make sure that everybody's type is accounted for everybody on the cast. So that way it's just an equal level playing field. So I look at it the same way with Bergie. Bergie is somebody who's coming in who is not hypersexualized, who seems to be a really nice guy, who seems to be an honest guy, who has lived a different life than a lot of the other guys and girls that we see, typically on the show and even on the show this season. So, and I just don't want to see him be used for views and his innocence being taken advantage of. I'm disgusted about that a little bit right now. But I do believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt. And what I would like to see is somebody similar with a similar background to Bergie come in and, just it's for him not to be just used as the plot to kind of, like the nice guy. We're just going to kind of, pat him on the head and be patronizing kind of to him. I don't want to see that. If that's the case, then I would have rather seen him go home day one, even as much as I liked him when he came across. But I would rather see him go home than to kind of be used as the pawn And like, you know, I don't want to see him be used as a toy. I think he's a great guy, and I think it's something to be said about being a great guy and how you carry yourself. And I don't know. I got mixed feelings. I don't, and maybe it is because a part of me, he reminds me of my oldest boy a lot. And so it's like, I don't know, maybe it's the mama bear coming out in me. I really, really like him. And I want to see people give him an honest shot. And so I want to see, like, you know, when the girls came in, because the guys do get a lot of flack over the years. So I do like the way they kind of swapped it up. It was nice. Even I hated either way to see anybody not be picked. But I do like how they swapped it up and let the girls kind of be the ones to choose. And the guys got a chance to see kind of what that feels like to kind of be out there. But, you know, it's hard. It's a hard watch. It's a hard watch, but that's a part of the show. But in saying that, you know, I do like listening to the girls off rip. Like I said before, like it didn't sound like Bergie was the type that they're looking for. So what I want to see, and this is because I know people are like, well, why would you watch it? Well, if you don't like it, you don't. Well, I am going to watch. I'm going to watch with the hopes that they will not disappoint me, and that there will be somebody to come in that will be like-minded. I mean, I think and it doesn't have to be that deep, like, because, you know, we've seen in years past, there's been a lot of different people who have gotten together. We have been optimistic. We've been a lot of things. But when we start talking about just mental health and people being okay, ultimately, I want that boy, I want Bergie to be okay. When you have not been out there, like some of the experiences that some of the other cast has had, this is a lot to take in. And sometimes when you don't have anything else to judge it off of, you know, it's like you're walking into the fire unknowingly. So I don't blame Bergie at all, but certainly producers, you know, people on the show, higher ups, I do expect you to know sometimes, maybe this isn't for you, or maybe to pull him back. But if you allow him to go in, then I'm expecting to see, just a level playing field. I'm expecting to see somebody with this, you know, similar values to come in and be there of like mind, body, and soul as Bergie. I love Bergie. He is so refreshing. I really, really do. And so I am rooting for him, and I'm rooting for him to be more than, you know, just the little toy, the innocent boy. I want to see him really, you know, I want to see him win. So you guys let me know what you think about the situation. My heart was breaking because, you know, he really is trying, and he wants, you know, just, y'all, I got a lot of feelings when it comes to that. And maybe I've been through a lot, so my sensitivity levels up here, but I'm really team Bergie. I really want to see him win. And I'm interested to see how the producers are going to play this. Right now, it's not looking good. I don't like him being used. Like I said, I would have liked to see him go home, but if that's the route we're choosing to go down. But we will see. I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to give you the opportunity to see that hopefully you're not as low as I think. But we've seen some pretty low moments, so I know. And just in TV, people can be pretty low because it's about the dollars and it's about the viewership. But we're going to see where it takes us, okay? We still got, like I said, we got KK going really strong. I don't know why I can't remember the boy's name, Lord, but, you know, I love his spirit, because I think it's because their names are so similar, so I'm like, K and K. We just gonna call them K and K. I really love the vibe. I love that they, you know, they feel like two people who could have really met, like, on the street, you know, on the outside world, like, and it would have been completely natural, and I love that it comes across really natural. And Forrest, Destiny, you know, I get, like, with her, I don't know, because I think she's a beautiful girl. I just, you know, I don't know where she's gonna fall. We gotta see as some more people come in. I like Carmen and Hannah. I really do. I like when they came in. This is one of the first times in a while where I have not really connected with the OG girls as a whole. Like, you know, I like them individually, but as far as their relationship goes, I don't feel like that collectedness kind of, which I'm okay with, because this could actually work in a sense, because you do need allies. You know, on some level you need allies, but when you're not so connected, to people than how you move, then there's no hard feelings because we would never bond it like that. But we're going to see how that goes. I surprisingly like the guys bond. I really like the guys bond because at first I was really not vibing with the guys. And I'm still, don't get me wrong, when I say I'm vibing with the guys, I still got my opinion about some of them. They might not be my favorite, but you know, as you grow and get a little older, you look at things a little bit differently. And so I accept the immaturity for what it is. Leo he's something else. He's something else. Marco, that is what it is. So, you know, we're just going to see where it goes. I'm interested. Y'all buy in. Let me know what you guys think. How is everything starting off? But, you know, we're going to be talking again next episode and breaking it down. Thank you guys for rocking with me. If you are new, make sure you subscribe so you can be a part of the conversation. Peace, love, and many blessings as always. And I'll check you guys next episode.